And we are live.
Edit video. Add all the tags. It still says Twitter. Twitter. Get rid of that.
Twitter.
Show more.
Fuck!
First time play true.
I can't play true. Max, I can't play true.
Can't play true. Yeah, that works. That works. (2009) Save.
Yeah, I just figured out that you have to put tags on your videos. I forgot about that part.
Yeah, you can do them on your stream while you're live.
Go ahead and throw your name in there too in the tags.
Bullfroggert/Bubsky.
Bullfroggert, and then make another tag Bubsky, and then probably make another tag that's just Bull and Froggert. Separate words.
We gotta metagame this shit, dog.
Yeah, metagame the hell out of it. There's also hashtags you can put in the description and shit, so if you feel so inclined.
Hashtag POC.
I could put that.
Dude, that might you just instant 100 viewers on YouTube. They push you straight to the algorithm.
That would rot.
Peep this life hack.
I mean, technically you are a POC, aren't you?
I'm not very colorful.
I mean, neither am I.
I'd give you ethnic.
Hashtag ethnic.
All you gotta do is make sure your hair is like curlier.
Hashtag ethnic.
People might buy it.
Oh, I died.
Get a tan.
Oh.
Get a tan while you're at it.
Get a tan. My hair's buzzed, so I can't curl it.
Wow.
My hair does get kind of curly, though. Dude, I just have a picture of my dad at all times, just on stream.
That's
My father.
This is my father.
That's me right there.
This is my grandma. These are my
Make a
extended family.
VTuber cutout of your dad.
You would probably beat my ass for doing
He'd
that.
probably kill you. What the fuck is this?
What the fuck are you doing, dude?
My Shadowplay shut off. I don't know why Shadowplay hates the final so much.
Oh. Damn, dude.
Just one of the updates. I don't know. Broke it.
Are we hopping on the finals?
I'm playing it right now.
You need to get around to finishing Life is Strange so I can make fun of Logan and not feel bad about it.
He's a breezer.
Fuck! That goes through the deflect? How?
I guess I should put some tunes on very, very quietly.
Yeah, that's why I've been running game OSTs, because they probably won't get claimed. I hope not. I linked back to the stuff I use, so...
Tholin's probably not going to copyright claim it.
All my...
I mean,
I don't know. All my videos...
I have gotten, like, a notice before. That's it. Isn't, like... Hold on, I had to, like, chop someone up real quick.
I use licensed music all the time. Trademark music. I don't care about a payout. I got a real job.
It's just a pain in the ass, and I don't want to risk my channel just getting deleted. Just suddenly, like, oh, you used a copyrighted song in these 3 videos. Alright, your channel's gone.
See ya.
I haven't gotten
What?
a strike.
I've only ever gotten, like, 1 strike on a video. I don't know why. It was there.
God damn it, dude. Yuria. I think that Yuria gal makes a reappearance in Dark Souls 3. Because there is a witch. There's a witch.
I know Yulia is the mentioned character in 1.
Yulia. Yulia.
The undead merchant.
That's his sword.
Is that his sword?
Yeah, that's his katana. That is invisible. Until he picks it up. My Yulia. That's what he's petting. Oh. Come on.
Come on, then.
You son of a bitch. Oh my fucking god. The geometry. I'm really glad they moved to Estus flasks instead of brass. I gotta kind of need to keep reminding myself that the whole point of the video is that these games are supposed to be fun.
We didn't use the word fun in development for this.
Fun is just a bub word. Bub's word.
It's a bub word. God fucking damn it. I'm alive. mind. I don't have any fucking healing, dog. I don't have any healing.
What did I just collide with?
Saint Urbane. No healing, no nothing.
Oh!
Do I have a shield that has
Hail Mary.
Hands of God? Fuck this weapon. Never mind. This area really sucks because the main mobs do a fuck ton of damage to me and also have a like charge spaz the fuck out attack that can almost one-shot me. It just ain't fun.
Just not a good word.
It's just a fucking chore, dude.
Oh, Fox. You set the low latency mode or whatever?
Yeah. Ultra low. These guys have flaming spears. I think I'm just gonna have to come back here again. After boarding up some fucking...
Fuck. Trying to help the boy through that.
Okay. I don't know what the fuck else I'm supposed to do. Nothing here.
Wow, we've been long acquainted.
Dude, and you get like no souls and healing items cost
I know. Yeah, aren't you?
a lot.
Priest and his big
Archstone of the Tower Queen.
Oh god, I hate doing these types. I hate the gas damage challenges. I hate it so much. It's like the most pissy damage. Yeah.
21.
Oh, yeah, that is really low latency.
I don't remember what is over here. Well, I remember, but I don't remember what I'm supposed to do. God damn.
Holy shit. 2-tap. Eden.
Two stab.
Blake's live on stream right now.
Sub dog.
What?
I didn't even hear you join. Oh, whoa, there it went. What the fuck? Delayed ass join noise. What's up, dog?
Is it capturing the audio of the Blake is live on stream?
To thousands of
Playing-
adoring
I've been
fans.
streaming the audio of the
He's playing
Discord?
Demon Souls.
Yes.
so I can't say anything bad.
John and David already ran through this whole thing. I don't think you can say much worse.
Might I ask why?
What was a flaw? Basically, David ran like a flawed experiment. That was the main. That was the main gist of it. The experiment was flawed.
What was the experiment?
Blake,
The
can you
experiment
mute
was
the-
flawed from the get-go.
Mute for a second.
No, David said he like ran a social experiment and like put a bowl of candy out on. What's going on in Nippon?
You know, same old work.
Word.
Right.
Word to your mama.
You have a
You know how it be.
On the grizzine.
How do I send a super chat?
Did you see Costco released like the Kirkland brand protein powder?
No,
Like crazy, insane deal. It's really good.
did not see that.
Yeah, so if you got a Costco near you,
It's big.
yeah,
I love Costco.
I'm excited to finally be moving somewhere here that has a Costco. It's like a 15-20 minute drive away. There's a Costco where I'm moving next month.
Let's go. Japanese Costco's got to be lit.
Oh yeah. They still got the same stuff too. They got the rotisserie chickens and pizzas and stuff, hot dogs.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask, do they have any like exclusive shit in the food court?
Yeah, they usually have like some like Korean style stuff, a couple like Japanese things. I don't know exactly what though, but they got some stuff. Yeah, I'll let you know. Keep you updated.
Keep me posted.
Looks good though.
Fuck.
It's gonna be the first time that I have like access to it in bulk like that. Like peanut butter and stuff is so expensive here. Like peanut butter and Nutella hazelnut spread.
All I want
That
some
kind of
freaking
stuff.
PB&J, bro. But they don't got
For real.
peanuts here.
They have some shit called like peanuts and cream, or like peanut cream. It's like totally different. It's not good.
Well, peanuts are big in like South Asian cuisine. I figure they at least have them up there.
They got
Peanut sauce
peanuts,
and
just
peanut
no
butter are
peanut
very-
butter. Like
Very weird.
there's a couple areas of Japan that are really famous for peanuts, but they just don't make it into peanut butter. It's weird.
Peanut butter's so fucking good though. What gives?
No, it's like I can only get it every once in a while. It's like it's not that expensive, but it's too expensive to justify buying all the time. You got lots of jam though, lots of good jam and jellies.
Big fan of jams and jellies.
Oh yeah, I was always like a peanut butter on toast guy, but recently like a butter and jam on toast is really good. I switched to it just because there's no peanut butter, but it's actually like just as good. Butter and jam is really good.
Peanut butter toast goes crazy.
I also fell for some like bullshit TikTok thing, but it was actually really good. A lot of these like carnivore, like whole food, single ingredient people like have been making this video. It's like this trend with like mixing ground beef with like honey and fruit. Like you cook a bunch of ground beef in some butter or beef tallow, whatever, and then you just put it in a bowl, throw like some blackberries in it, and put honey on everything. It's really fucking good. Put a little cinnamon on it too. It's really fucking good.
It sounds
So
kind
that's
of
been
nice.
yeah, it's been my breakfast for a while. Super good.
I remember now. I have to go fight the big fire demon motherfucker. Motherfucking fucker.
Motherfucker.
Have you played Demon Souls, Aiden?
Played like the first like 4 or 5 hours of it. I've never finished it though. I really was hoping that I would be able to play the remake before playing the original. But I see that that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. So
Yeah.
I'm not buying a PS5. So they're really cheap here, but still not.
Please pay $560.
$599 US.
They're super
Oh.
cheap here.
That'll be 560.
I did the exact same thing.
Please.
You can find them at like used secondhand shops for pretty damn cheap here. Trying to find how much. I would say around $300, 300, 350 around there. But
Too much for me.
I don't want to
though.
play. I don't want to play anything on the PS5 besides the Demon Souls remake. So
I think it's
I don't know if
backwards
I'd
compatible, so you could get Bloodborne for it if you're, but that's still just 2 games.
yeah, I've played Bloodborne a couple times now, and it's shit. It's really hard to play. Bloodborne's a really good game, but the experience is awful because it's max 30 FPS, and maybe like 10% of the game runs at 30 FPS. The majority of it's like 15 or 18.
Oh yeah.
It's like a really shitty experience. Like made me
Yeah.
sick. There are like parts of the game where I was
Made me
actually like
sick.
getting nauseous from how shitty the frame rate was. It sucks because it's a really good game, and that one dude showed that if you just like edit
Like,
one
yeah,
line
the
of
same
code,
like
Code.
one bit.
yeah, like one bit of data, if you change it, it can run at 60. It's hilarious.
Shout out
Yeah,
Lance
dude.
McDonald.
It might be honestly not bad to get like you could probably buy super cheap PS3s and PS4s here, and I think modding them is like crazy illegal here, like way more so than anywhere else. I would imagine modding a PlayStation is like actually punishable, a serious
death.
punishable offense here. But I don't know, it might be worth doing it anyway. I'm sure you can get it for like everything you need for less than like $100 or something. It might be worth it. You can play some other shit too. PS3, PS4 has got some good games.
What else? I'm ignorant, so what other than the fucking Bloodborne does PS4 have.
I don't know about exclusives, but The Last of Us is a pretty big one. I've never played The Last of Us. I think it's on PC now, but
It is.
It is.
yeah, that was a big one for a while. Trying to think what else is still exclusive that's worth playing. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima's on PC now too. Is Uncharted on PC? Uncharted 4.
4 and this
4 and
expansion are.
the spin-off.
Yeah.
Uncharted 3? What about 3?
No,
Two-
none of the
2 and
original
3 are not
trilogy.
yet. Which is unfortunate. I
Doesn't
really enjoyed 4.
Doesn't really look like there's many plans to put it on PC at this time. Like, they put Last of Us 1 and 2 on PC.
2's not on PC yet.
Oh, it's not on PC yet?
It's almost certainly going to come to PC, but it's not yet.
I thought they, like, announced a release date for it.
They might have. Or it might have been like a
Until
week or something.
Dawn is on PC now too. I mean, everything's on PC.
Until,
Yeah, there's not really any.
Until Dawn's on PC?
Yeah,
Oh, did it
One
already
of
come
y'all's
out, or
gotta
is it coming
play
to PC?
it's already out.
Oh,
Pretty sure.
righteous.
I'm pretty sure Until Dawn is on. Yeah.
I know they have other games on PC. I
It is
just-
not out yet. It is not out yet, but it looks like it's planned to release by the end of
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah,
It
when
is
that
on
comes
Steam,
out,
just haven't released yet.
we all gotta do a little playthrough of it. That's a really fun game. Flame Lurker.
Is there anything else? Shadow of the Colossus, maybe. I haven't played that in a while.
That's a PS2 game. You can
Yeah.
emulate that, although it is kind of tricky to emulate, or at least it was a couple years ago.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not surprised though. That's a
be different
difficult
now.
one to emulate. Yeah. I think like the Final Fantasy VII remake or whatever.
Part 1's on PC,
Yeah, okay.
but the like
Tried to menu
second
really
part hasn't
fast.
come out yet.
I did menu really fast. Slow.
Are the Ratchet and Clank games on PC?
I think
One of them is. The new one is.
Yeah. Ripped Apart.
Ripped Apart.
The new Ratchet and Clank games are not worth playing anyway.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank took a shit.
Really. Just
How about
like-
just Ratchet and Clank, the 2016, like just the game is just called Ratchet and Clank.
No, it's not.
I don't
good.
know.
It's like alright, but it does a lot of the same shit that quite a few remakes do. Or bad remakes, I should say. It's like, wow, you can see Ratchet's fur, but the game kind of sucks now, and all the character that you enjoyed from the first games are not there.
Interesting.
Yeah, kind of sucks, but whatevs.
I think that's about it for PlayStation shit. Maybe Infamous, the Infamous Second Son or whatever. I've never played that.
MGS4 is
I've never
coming to PC, which is pretty major.
That is
Yeah,
major.
that's huge. Yeah, because that was another one. I've never played MGS4,
Yeah, it's
but
great.
I would rather play it on PC.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn, yeah, there isn't really anything. Bloodborne is
Oh,
basically it.
fuck.
Still, that's really funny.
In console jail. A game that I don't think there's another game that I can think of that has been requested more to be put on PC than Bloodborne.
There's got to
The
be
fucked up
some.
part is it's just never gonna happen.
Yeah, it'll never. There's got to be. If it could happen, it would have already happened.
It's
been- it's been-
to like licensing.
There's there's something fucked up
lost
behind
the
the
source
scenes, but
code.
something insane happened to behind the scenes that otherwise there's no chance in hell it wouldn't have come to PC by now. Game's ancient.
I really don't get why companies like that like lose the source code for their games don't just like hire modders to come in and just like, yeah, you guys know what you're doing. Just
God
make
damn.
it so we can make adjustments to it. Pretty much rebuild the source code because they will do it. And if you give them like an actual salary, they will do that in like a week. So I don't know why that doesn't happen more.
It would make so much fucking money, dude.
Yeah, it's insane. Especially if it ran at 60 FPS.
It would
Even people that
literally
are,
be like,
even people that already played it would get it again.
they can even relaunch it on PS5, like Bloodborne Definitive Remaster or some garbage. Just resell it. Like, it would literally be a brand new launch for the game. It would sell just as much as the first launch. Probably even more now. Actually, probably even more. Probably like way more.
Is weird. The
like
Demon
the
Souls
perfect time
remake is
for it.
also a really weird one for me to be a PS5 exclusive.
That one doesn't have nearly the same like zeitgeist around it as Bloodborne does, though.
Probably because it's a PS5 exclusive.
Yeah,
They said they
PS5 is like-
it was gonna come to PC, and they just like didn't. They just reneged on that. It said during like
It-
like on the launch trailer, like coming to like Steam and PS5 or something like that. They just
I
didn't.
feel like
do
I
it.
vaguely remember that.
Mm.
It's a shame. Yeah.
Looks incredible.
I'm at the point now where even if Bloodborne did come to PC, I don't know if I'd even play it.
I'm not interested anymore in these games. I played them too many times.
Alright, Flame
Synced it
Shirker.
all.
I'm also at the point where I don't have much interest. If a new one came out, if anytime a new FromSoft game comes out, I'm gonna play it. But as far as like going back and replaying shit I've already played, kind of, it's not something I
I gotta play the
Care.
Elden Ring DLC.
I might. I have like 2 weeks off of work coming up pretty soon, just because I'm moving, so I got to use up all my leftover days off. I might during that time when I have like just nothing but time every day for 2 weeks straight. I might. But I heard it's like 60 or 70% of the length of the base game. So like, even if you're fast, probably 40 or 50 hours of shit.
I mean, that's assuming you do like all bosses, all like new shit, and don't just stick to like the main stuff.
I mean, yeah, it's the same with the base game.
Like, I'm sure you could fucking blow through and get to the DLC like really quickly if you start a new playthrough now.
It's the same with the base game. If you just go through the main stuff, you can get through it relatively quickly. But the whole, I've seen like a lot of people shitting on it, but nothing looks that bad from what I've seen so far.
Apparently, the final boss is like abject dog shit. Like,
I
it's really
heard
bad.
I heard that as well. That watching people, that guy like the YouTuber let me solo her or whatever.
Let me
I like
solo
watched
him.
his or let me solo him, whatever it is.
Change his name now.
I watched his like live stream playthrough of the final boss or whatever. I don't think it deserves like hate. It seems good. I'm sure it's not,
Why
like,
am I still getting hate?
sure it's not like incredible or anything, but it looks good.
From what I see, it's people like the DLC is just more of the stuff that people didn't like from the base game. So I guess
Which
people
is
thought
out
it
of
was
curiosity.
the boss fights aren't fun. You wait like 15 to 30 seconds using up all your stamina to dodge their giant combo attacks, hit them once or twice, and then go right back to it. So it's just really long because the game is balanced towards you having like 3 people summoning all the time. So it's more of that shit. Also, there's a lot of, I think the first boss fight is like a guy who spends most of his time in the air as well. So even if even when you do get those opportunities to attack, like, you probably can't hit him. I don't know. Seems like a lot of the same shit that I don't like about Dark Souls 2.
The only thing I don't like about Dark Souls 2 is this just may be a symptom of having replayed the game so much that I enjoy being able to run through the parts that I don't feel like doing. Like if you're good enough, like movement and take the right path and stuff, you can mostly just run through areas. I don't like in Dark Souls 2 how like they've intentionally put enemies everywhere so that you can't like run through a single section of the game.
Are you talking base game
So,
or
like,
Scholar of the First Sin?
Uh,
The Scholar of the First Sin adds tons and tons of enemies to areas
probably Scholar of the First Sin. Then yeah.
that... Yeah.
I think every time I played Dark Souls 2, it was Scholar of the First Sin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't...
it's ridiculous.
So when I played
That was
Dark
the
Souls
shittiest part
2,
of it.
that was not like... I guess I was just in the zone or some shit, but that was like not an issue for me whatsoever. My issue with the game is, one, it feels like a boss rush, and all of the bosses are fucking garbage except for like 3 that I got to.
Yeah.
All the areas are super short, and because of that, I'll say this: the game in and of itself is like not difficult or hard or anything in the same way that Dark Souls 1 is, and it seems like they realized that towards the end of the game, or like in the middle of development, so added as many things that can just insta-kill you as they can. Like, oh, you fall in this pit of poison and there's no way out, actually. These statues spit poison at you when you walk by, and there isn't any way to avoid that. These pyromancer women have like 4-frame window attack that just has a giant fireball in front of them that insta kills you, and when you're not next to them, they're constantly hurling fireballs at you. It's just really fucking annoying to deal with, and I died probably only a handful of times playing the game as well. So like everything that is done intentionally to kind of fuck you over just became super apparent, because everything else, like normal one-on-one fights, one-on-one boss fights as well, were pretty fucking easy. Even the Mirror Knight, the Mirror Knight, Logan was hyping it up and as like, this is a really cool boss fight, and it is a really cool boss fight, because it summons a dude, but the game is dead, like no one plays anymore, so it just summoned an NPC that I killed immediately, and then killed the Mirror Knight. So it's like that is not the game's fault. That's just, you know, time has passed. It's not gonna be that way the entire time. But everything else, it was just really tedious.
I agree. Tedious is a good word to describe it.
So hopefully, I do want to give it the benefit of the doubt, at least base game, but all the differences between base game and Dark Souls 2, base game and Scholar, are not really issues that I had with the game. So it maybe that stuff maybe it'll be worse because there's less bullshit for me to focus on other than those main flaws. Maybe it'll be better. Maybe there's other changes that I'm not aware of that will fix it. I don't know, but
yeah, I'm not sure because I haven't played the base game. I played through Scholar the First Sin like kind of recently, and I finished it. It was weird. The first time I played Dark Souls 2 was before I had played any other Dark Souls games. It was the first one that I played, and I didn't have like any experience with the series, so I didn't know like what was considered normal or not. And the only thing I knew about the games was like my high school friends being like, "Oh, those games are so fucking hard, dude."
Yeah.
And so just I assumed everything that was happening to me that was frustrating was just because that's the kind of game that it was. But then I didn't finish it, and then some time passed, and I played Dark Souls 1 and then Dark Souls 3, and then went back and replayed Dark Souls 2 and realized that it isn't just the way the game is supposed to be, it's actually just not a very good game compared to the other ones.
Yeah, that's the whole crux of like why I'm playing these games too. Is like the little project I'm working on is I'm gonna rank all the games based on how fun they are to play.
Yeah.
Because that is a very huge. There's a large lack of discussion around like, you know, a lot of people are like, well, Dark Souls 3 is probably like the least inspired and most fan servicey, which is true, but it's also the most fun out of the three to just
For
like
sure.
go back
Dark
and play.
Souls 3 is, yeah. Dark Souls 3 is the one that I have by far the most time on.
Yeah.
Same.
I have a lot of time on Dark Souls 3. I have like 400 hours or something on Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, and I'm trying to look past things that are like, things that may be like for like I don't know, downsides that are due to like age. So like, Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls feel the same, and it's definitely like their controls feel very dated, which is not really the game's fault, I don't think. And also like Dark Souls 1's second half of the game is unfinished. So I mean that will like play a role into it, but it's not like this is just badly designed. And really fucking annoying to play through. It's like this is just a product of, or this is a result of deadlines and shit. So like,
Yeah, as far as like ranking the games that are the most fun, like I wouldn't say Dark Souls 3 is the best game in the series, but I would say it's the most fun for sure.
yeah,
I'd probably say Dark Souls 1 is like the best game from like a game design standpoint, obviously excluding the unfinished portions of the game, which is a kind of a cop-out, but the parts of the game that were finished to their completion could be like in textbooks for ideal game design, like actual cream of the crop, S+.
it's
The best of the best game design.
the yeah, the first half of Dark Souls 1 is so fucking good.
Yeah.
It is executed damn near perfectly.
Yeah, I would say it's as close to perfect as I've seen the game. The first half of Dark Souls 1 is just about as close to perfect as it gets.
Yeah.
Like up to Ornstein and Smo.
Yeah, a little bit after too.
Yeah, a little
There's-
bit after that as well, yeah, but
There's some good fights after Ornstein and Smo. Good areas, cool areas, but it like really towards that like last third of the game just kind of falls apart. And
yeah.
I mean, the biggest example is Lost Izalith. There's just the bottom, there's just the legs of dead dragons everywhere.
It's so weird.
It's so shit, which is such a damn
Yeah.
shame because the game, like, that's what pissed me off about the HD remake as well, is if, like, Demon Souls is old and, like, can be done better, right? It's from 2009. I'm already, like, kind of getting fed up with this game because it's like there's a lot of design decisions that are not very good, pretty frustrating, enemy placements and all that shit. It got a whole ass remake.
Yeah.
But Dark Souls 1 is actually like unfinished. So when the HD remake is just them upping the texture quality
It's like
to
a
4K,
texture
adding some
upscale.
bloom.
Yeah.
It's like a proper port, which is what or it's a proper PC port, which is what PC needed because Prepare to Die is literally unplayable without DS Fix, and even DS Fix has like its issues. Dark Souls 1
like
is one of the most deserving games of like a proper remake, I think, because of that second half of the game.
Yeah. It is pretty frustrating that we got I wouldn't say it's lazy because they did a good job with what they did do, but the fact that they just didn't bother finishing, or even like, not necessarily even finishing the entire thing, but at least like cleaning up the unfinished portions a little bit. Something.
Yeah.
The fact that it's, and the point about DS Fix is true as well. It's
Live
literally
on camera,
unplayable, and then even with DS Fix, you have like the, you can slide through the ground when you go down ladders and shit. There's still like a bunch of issues with DS Fix that.
Yeah, going over any bridge that doesn't have like walls on the side is like 50-50 chance the game just bugs out and you fall off.
See ya.
Which, playing through like the DLC where there's a lot of those bridges was very annoying. So
I can picture it in my head, the way your character looks as they like slip off the bridge. It's so funny because
You
there's
just
no
panic like
animation.
no, like trying to roll shit back on. It
You
never
can
works.
you can feel it coming. Yeah, I'll probably. I've got some time coming up with the move coming up and stuff. I'll probably do the same thing you're doing, Blake, just because you talking about doing has made me want to do it. Just go back and play through everything again. I don't know if I can play through the entirety of Elden Ring again, but I'll play the DLC.
yeah, I haven't finished Elden Ring, so it'll be a first for me. I am excited I am excited for Dark Souls 1 again. Dark Souls 3 is my baby. And then Sekiro is what I'm looking forward to. Sekiro's highs are so fucking high, dude.
So good. Sekiro was also one that I replayed. I haven't played Dark Souls 1 or 3 in quite a while, but I replayed Dark Souls 2 and Sekiro like pretty recently. And my opinion of Sekiro just like keeps going up and up every time I spend any time on that game. It's super, super good. I had like my opinion kind of tainted by like the people I was hanging out with when that game released. There's like one. Do you know that game that came out? I don't know if any of you ended up playing it. It was called like it's like Punch Night or something, Boxing Night, something like that.
Fight Night?
Like
Shovel Knight?
Fight Night. Yeah, I'm friends with the guy who made that game, and he's a very cool guy. But like his opinion about the FromSoft games it's very like contrarian just for the sake of being contrarian. And when Sekiro came out, he was shitting all over it, and I was still like just kind of barely playing it, just here and there, an hour here and there, and so just seeing like everybody being like, actually, this aspect of it is really shit, kind of like got to me.
This fucking sucks,
Then-
actually.
But then after I like stepped away from it for like a year or two, and then came back and replayed it from the beginning with a fresh perspective, that game is fucking awesome. There's some shit that is not good, and there are some fundamental kind of like key parts of the game that could have been done better.
Yeah.
But
That's what
that
makes
game
it
is
so frustrating.
phenomenal.
Games that are
That game
so
is
close.
very,
like,
very,
man.
very good.
It's like, man, if they had like a sequel or something, like something spiritually with these mechanics, they could really refine it. But instead, we got Elden Ring.
I would say in my top 5 Dark Souls FromSoft, games, like boss fights, Soulsborne fights, I would say Sekiro probably has at least 2 in the top 5 for like the best bosses in the series. I'd say at least 2 of the slots in the top 5 are Sekiro bosses. That game has absolutely fantastic bosses.
Blake, you should make a FromSoft Games tier list before and after this experiment.
Ooh.
That's a good idea.
Well, I haven't
I'm gonna
played
do that as
all
well.
of them.
I'll make a tier list.
Here's the thing: is I haven't played all the FromSoft games, so I guess I'll rank Demon Souls where it ranks now.
It's a good
That's a good
That's
idea.
a good tier list
Thank you.
website.
I did a test recording of one syncing up audio and me just ranting into camera about the general idea of what I'm doing, and that's where the picture of me flipping off the camera comes from.
Tiermaker.com is a
It's always really hard to make like FromSoft like Soulsborne tier list because like for example, so many people put Bloodborne as their number one, but I cannot put that game high on a tier list because it plays at fucking 15 FPS. Like even if what I'm playing is incredible, like some of the best moments in the series, it is unplayable. So it's so difficult to put it highly, but you like to look at it objectively, I guess. But I always have issues with that. Like Dark Souls 1, the second, last 30% of the game is unfinished. Bloodborne's practically unplayable. Elden Ring's has a bunch of core stuff that's really, really cool and really fun, but there's so much repetitive bullshit, just 40 hours of repetitive shit that it's technically you don't need to do it, but if you do, it kind of takes away from the game. And then you got the Dark Souls 2 DLC or no DLC. Or Scholar of the First Sin or no Scholar of the First Sin.
Yeah, it's hard doing this because every single one of their games are comprised of insane peaks and valleys that putting any of them in S or in F or anything is not possible for me.
I think Dark Souls 1 is the only one I can confidently put as an S game. I think Dark Souls 1 is the only one that should be in the conversation for best games of all time, even though it does have a big portion of it that is sloppily put together. I think that it's the only one that's good enough on the whole to be classed as one of the best games of all time. Dark Souls 3 doesn't have nearly as many of the highest highs, but also doesn't have as nearly as many big lows.
It's the most consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just super consistent, and that one is a solid. I'll try to. I could probably tier list.
I don't think I'd ever fault somebody for saying Dark Souls 3 is their favorite.
I think it's my favorite.
Yeah.
It is.
It might be. It might be my favorite as well, even though I know Dark Souls 1 is objectively a better game. If I have more time on it, I had more fun overall on it. It's a lot more fun in general. It's newer, it's smoother, everything is cleaner. It's just overall a more fun, consistent experience, even if it doesn't have some of the go down in history as the best of X or Y.
This is my ranking.
People online will crucify you for these rankings, bro.
I would say this is
I think the only one people would crucify you for is Elden Ring at the bottom.
Yeah.
I think those people are retards.
This is retarded.
I personally also don't think. I have a really warped enjoyment of these games as well that most people probably don't have. So I don't think Elden Ring is anywhere close to D tier, but I would also not fault someone for thinking it is. But it is also difficult for me to understand sometimes why people don't like Elden Ring as much as they why people dislike it as much as they do. Because it does have
Elden Ring and Dark Souls 2 are just the same game for me. I feel all the things that people find annoying with Dark Souls 2 are also all issues in Elden Ring.
Wasn't 2 your favorite?
No. I just think 2 is like insanely overhated on because of Scholar of the First Sin.
Dark Souls 2.
Dark Souls 2.
I think I'm also probably I would also probably get shit from Dark Souls heads for the one that I'm about to make.
Dark Souls 2 also has the, mandatory stat you gotta put, except it's
Yeah.
adaptability instead of vigor. It's got 8 million
That-
bosses that don't need to be bosses. It's
Gank
got
fights,
gank fight,
the
gank
weird
fight,
drafting.
like tons
Adaptability
of
vigor thing though, the big and I sorry I kind of cut you off, but I thought about I was trying to say that, but I totally forgot, and I've been trying to remember it for like 15 minutes sitting here. That was something I wanted to bring up earlier.
Yeah,
That might be the shittiest thing in Dark Souls 2.
that's pretty retarded.
That might be the dumbest fucking thing.
Yeah,
that
that
might
leads
be one of the
into
dumbest
me
things in
saying
video games ever.
that was like what keyed me into like, oh, this game isn't actually hard. It's just there's a ton of bullshit they try to make up for it not being hard. Like as soon as you have adaptability up and your iframes are the same as like Dark Souls 1, it's like this is fucking piss easy.
My kind of recent playthrough of Dark Souls 2, I like totally forgot about the adaptability. That I remembered that it was a thing, but I didn't remember or know to the extent. I figured that like the base classes would at least have enough adaptability to be like kind of playable, but they're not. Your base adaptability is like you don't have iframe space. You may as well not have iframes on your roll. You have like
the way
three.
it works is retarded, and I think I understand what they were trying to do, but the way it works isn't that like adaptability exists even if you don't put it points into adaptability, because dexterity or like agility it's called or some shit in that game also increases your adaptability. And so I think the goal was like to further differentiate strength and dex, where it's like, oh, if you're strength, you're gonna use a shield or a big weapon to just tank through the hits, and if you're dex, you'll roll, so you have more iframes. It's retarded though, but if you look online, you can find like a guide that's like, this is the get your adaptability to this, and then leave it there, and then play the game. Like, and then it's like an actual balanced experience, which is retarded that you have to do that. But
I just completely forgot about it.
It makes it way less awful.
So I forgot about it for the first like 5 or 6 hours, and probably less than that, like 3 or 4 hours. And I was like dying way more than normal, or getting hit way more than normal by shit that I felt like I should not be getting hit by. And then I looked up the starting class that I chose. It has the lowest base adaptability, and it was like so low that I think it was like 2 iframes or something. Like when you roll, you have 2 out of 60 frames of invincibility. So you're basically doing a frame perfect input every time you're dodging a fucking attack.
Yeah.
It was absolutely hellish. I was like, surely I'm doing something wrong. And I looked it up, and I was like, 20 points of adaptability lower than I needed to be or whatever.
Yeah.
For the base, like 9 frames or 8 frames, whatever you get.
That's what happened to me when I tried. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give Dark Souls 2 a shot. I'm a big fan of these games. I just didn't know that I had to do that, and I'm not really one to look up, like, why do I suck? Kind of thing. I'm like, I also went the wrong way. I went to like the sort of mid-level area that you can get right out of Ulasil, with the knights and the golems, and you find Ornstein's armor there.
Oh yeah.
I went to that area.
Hyde's Tower, I think is what it's called.
I went there and got my shit pushed in by fucking everyone. And I was like, why do my rolls not work? I guess that's just what they did with this game. And they kind of did. So that makes it very frustrating.
Yeah.
I just hate how you can't critique these games ever.
Yeah.
You just get met with a wave of
Get good.
Bunch of niggas who didn't even play it.
Yeah. Dude,
Same as always.
it's
Same as
like-
it ever was.
Dude, Elden Ring
Same
is
as
the
it ever
fucking
was.
MGS5 of this entire like franchise. It's full of people.
Yeah, your
who-
game goes open world. It's kind of this is the thing.
is full of people. Even the Act Man doing that same shit on Twitter as he does, where he's like, Kai CNAT fucking doing his stream where it takes him 80 hours to beat a boss because he is a retard. He was like, you know, if you say that the game's too hard, you're just bad, which is also like, I feel like not what a lot of people are saying. There are people who are saying that, but there's more
Yeah,
to
what people are actually saying is that the way the difficulty is done is not fun.
Yeah. So Kai Cenat's just like, you're just bad. Like, get good.
Yeah, get good.
And then Actman took that clip and was like, Kai Cenat's been playing these games for 2 months and understands it better than the veteran players. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Oh my god.
It just reminds me of the that one Steam review for Airtree where the dude is like, yeah, before you say like get good, here's my YouTube channel. I do like new game plus 15 no hit runs, soul level 1, and all the other Souls games, and I did this for Elden Ring as well, like all bosses no hits, fists only. Like, so before you say get good,
As get good as you can possibly get.
like before you say that, like I am top of the top here.
I'm better than you.
I don't like Airtree. I don't like the balancing of it. All the comments are just like, this is the longest get good review I've ever seen in my life. Just get good, bro. You think you know better than the game developers?
That is retarded.
It's like, dude, it's like when Tekken 8 came out, and Aiden, you probably, you know this. Who's it? Zhao Yu, how she has like the AOC, like the super low stance,
Yeah.
or AOP, whatever it's called. The whole thing is that you can just use a low to get her out of it. Like that's how it's worked in like every game, but for some reason 8 it doesn't have it. So a bunch of pro players are like, yeah, there's something up with this. Like the hitboxes are a little off. Every casual is like, just adapt, bro. Just adapt. Like telling this to Knee and JDCR and shit. Like
Literally the best of the, like people with
Yeah.
10,000 hours on the game. playing
these
for, like,
people
2
have been
decades.
in the top 5 for the past 2 decades. Like top
Right.
5 greatest players.
You literally could not have more. Those people have more experience than any person who's ever worked on that game ever.
And just a bunch of casuals are just like, just adapt, bro. Just get good. What are you?
That's
Shut
probably
the fuck up.
that's probably my tentative tier list, by the way. Probably in order as well for games that are in the same tier.
If it's like Leffen complaining, you don't listen to him. But if it's like every pro player that has been playing this game for 2-3 decades at this point, he's like, yeah, there's something off. I can't imagine the audacity to do that. It's like when people on social media like try to fact check experts in the field.
Yeah. Well, hi there. I just done 3 minutes of Googling, so you're wrong.
Well, now it's, yeah, I typed this into Chat GPT and it says you're wrong. So
The infallible AI.
Yeah, I've noticed this because I've talked to every single one of my friends who are super into Elden Ring, like eat, sleep, breathe Elden Ring, and they like ask me my opinion on it, and we'll like talk about the games and like which ones we like and don't like. And when I get to the nitty gritty of Elden Ring, of like why I don't like it, or when I'm like, oh, when this boss does this attack, like when, you know, Malekith, the dog with the hood on, when he does his backup attack where he goes and swings with his dagger 2 times, that is an instant attack. It is like 3 frames of animation. You can't react to that. I'm like, that's retarded. And their eyes just like glaze over. They're like, what? Like, because they've never even seen these attacks. Because every single one of them use dual bleed weapons with Mimic Tear. So they don't even like that's the frustrating part about these games. It's like we didn't even play the same video game. Like we have nothing to
No.
talk about. You didn't even fight the boss. Like it's so frustrating.
That was like that pissed me off more than I let out when David was we were having a conversation and Dave I was talking about like the hardest bosses in the series and Elden Ring hadn't come out yet. And I said like the Nameless King in Dark Souls 3 is definitely one of the hardest. Which it is, like objectively, if you're playing.
Seems to be the great fight.
Yeah, super good fight too. David was like, I beat it first try. And by that he meant he was like 50 levels over leveled and like co-opted with like another
Me.
first try with Logan, I think it was.
Yeah.
So and hearing that, I like made me so fucking mad because there's so many people like that who talk about these games who have you're not
Dude,
actually
David
playing.
got good, bro. Come on.
David also
Like-
fell down a spot that it should be impossible to fall down.
Yeah,
Little do
I've
you
never
know.
seen anyone die
Little do
there
you
ever.
know. Point the
Yeah,
camera
it's
down.
like-
Like
I think I
we'll
ran
talk
off the
about that
map
shit.
as a joke when Blake and I were playing. He's like, it's not that hard, man. And I just like sprinted off the map.
That was
People, that's like one of the most frustrating things, like in the conversation about these games, is like people who look up what's the most overpowered weapon, exclusively use that the entire run, use every like handicapping crutch that they can possibly use, and
Everyone's a
then
little
review the
min-maxer
game.
now when it comes to games.
Like, what happened to
Yeah,
people just like,
Tyson
I'm
had
gonna
played.
use a giant hammer, like, because
I
it's
want to
cool.
go
What
caveman
happened to
build with a
that?
giant club.
It's like
My
in DMC 5, there's 2 like optional like extra difficulty modes you can do. Like Heaven and Hell is one of them, and Hell and Hell is the other one. So on Heaven and Hell, you have normal stats and everything like that, but every enemy dies in 1 attack, even all the bosses. It's just like a stupid, just funny mode. And Hell in Hell is the opposite. All the enemies are normal. You have 1 health. You die from any damage. In fact, all the enemies deal or like attack twice as fast and have triple health. It is like
Damn.
the most relentlessly, unbelievably difficult mode ever. And it's like I played Hell in Hell, and I'm talking to someone who played Heaven and Hell, and we're trying to have a discussion about the game. It's like we have nothing to talk about. Like you did not
Yeah.
play the game, so this is a complete waste of my fucking time.
that was one of my going back to the adaptability and like vigor thing in Dark Souls 2 and Elden Ring. What I wanted to say was like the adaptability thing is like completely obscured in that you are never told or hinted at in any way that you need to level that to like for the game to not suck ass. And like same is kind of true for Elden Ring in that if you don't level bigger, like you get one shot by everything and you're gonna constantly be wondering why, if it's supposed to be that way. But you can at least indirectly figure out, okay, shit, maybe I need to dump some points into bigger because I'm dying in 1 hit. You can kind of intuitively figure that out on your own. But adaptability, there is no way you would ever, unless you just start like
Especially because it
points
was a
in
straight
random
useless
stats.
perk in Dark Souls 1.
Yeah.
It
It's
was like, yeah,
even
don't
worse.
bother leveling that
Yeah,
that
so
trade or whatever skill.
that it's significantly worse. They're both bad, obviously, but it is significantly worse in Dark Souls 2. But it is still a fair complaint of Elden Ring. It's just the mandatory like fucking 50 points and bigger you have to have, or you're just playing a no-hit run.
Yeah, Elden Ring's DLC is very enlightening to me because this seems like a minor thing, but like seeing this message pop up, like completely warped my understanding of FromSoft as a company, and I think the like obtuseness of their mechanics and how like hidden and like kind of you gotta figure it out yourself is like I think it's all unintentional. I think they're just bad at it because in the Elden Ring DLC, you get to a new area and there's like some rock guy golem enemies that are clearly like heavily armored from the front, and there's like no way you could attack them. I mean, you could, but it just deals like 1/5 damage basically. But before you, like right in front of them, there's a developer like message on the floor that you interact with that says, "Attack them in their weak spot." And on their back, there's a glowing red crystal. Like, what? Why did you feel the need to put that message there? Like, do you really not trust the players to hit the glowing red crystal on their back? Like, that's when it
I
hit me.
think
Like,
that
I think these people are just really shit at like writing and like connecting things logically. I don't think it's intentional. I think it's probably a little bit intentional, but like a lot of the obtuseness and hidden mechanics and shit for these games are just because they're not good at explaining.
I think in that specific instance, there's obviously similar things now that you bring that up. But I think in that specific one, that might just be due to the like casualification of how popular Elden Ring is and the amount of retards that it was always kind of like a sort of niche series where usually if you're terrible at video games, you just kind of pass over the Dark Souls games. It's just something you acknowledge that is not for you and you don't even bother trying it. But Elden Ring, weirdly enough, is like the most difficult one they've ever made, and is also the most like popular. The point where Fortnite streamers are playing Elden Ring and shit. What am I doing? I'll give them the benefit of the doubt with that specifically, that it's probably an acknowledgement of the average intelligence of the people that have been brought in the series through the popularity of Elden Ring.
I mean, it happens in other entries too. It's weird to like the Dark Souls 3 like Wyvern boss where it just says like do a plunging attack and like a developer message, and it's like, really, dude? I don't know, it's weird.
That one is like, that one's really bad. That may be like I would be curious to know why they choose to do that occasionally and other times where it would be better used isn't used at all. It might be like a play tester thing, like during play testing, they've found like sections of the game that were difficult in a way that they didn't necessarily want it to be. Like in their vision, they assumed people would just realize the plunge attack, but when they gave the game to people, no one knew, which is obviously just bad game design at that point. Instead of putting a message, you should just make it more obvious. Yeah.
The crazy thing too about the difficulty for Elden Ring is like when Kai Cenat, who is just a NBA streamer, is playing his first ever game, and he got to the first boss, and I think it was like 40 hours it took him.
No, the dude on the horse when you like walk out of the catacomb or whatever.
It was like 40 hours or something like that. Triple digit deaths. And then at some point, and this is just continues for every single boss, and then eventually his chat tells him, hey, go get this weapon called the Blasphemous Blade, and then put your points like this. He's like, okay. And then he beat Melania first try.
Yeah,
spamming the Ash of War on that weapon. And it's like, if a variety streamer is able to first try kill the hardest boss you've ever made as a company, this isn't a serious game. Like, something is wrong. Like something's bad wrong with this game too. And
I-
people were just posting that clip like crazy, and everyone's replying like, "Bro, I guess he was just pretending to be bad." It's like,
He's just hustling.
guys, he just hit L2 like 3 times and the boss died. Like, this is a joke.
There is a weird, like, I don't think Elden Ring does this particularly well, but there is like something to be said about single player games who kind of scale the difficulty in a way that's like they give you options that make the game easier, and there are also options that make the game more difficult. I don't think Elden Ring does it particularly well, but it does have a kind of difficulty system in that way. Whether that was intentional or not, I'm not sure. Like
I
some of
think
the
it
stuff
is
like Core
intentional.
Frost and stuff got nerfed, so they are obviously paying some attention to it. I guess in a weird way, but
Yeah, I think it is intentional in some ways, but I mean, because obviously they keep, Mimic Tier and all this Blasphemous Blade and all this bullshit just still in the game the way it is. So their goal clearly isn't to just make like a balanced game across the board, but that's kind of why I wish the game just had difficulty options, like
yeah,
because
it just sucks that you can't use key things in the game because they are the difficulty setting. Like the summon
yeah,
system is kind of cool, but it
like I
being the
love
easy
summoning
mode.
shit. That's my thing in every game. I love summoning and like magic and shit, but I don't want the game to be easy mode. Like I want to be able to summon Mimic Tier and the boss not die without me and being involved.
Yeah, that's the
I
thing
think
that I don't understand about people being like, "Oh, you don't like the way the game is balanced? Just use the thing that trivializes the entire boss fight." Like that's not
Also-
like
so-
fun.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
like on the
I think it's easier
contrary,
one
is
use.
like you say like, oh, this weapon or this mechanic or whatever is really overpowered, and then people say like, then don't use it. Which is like, okay, that's fair. It is a single player game. You don't have to use it. But also like, what if I want to use that? I think it's cool, but it trivializes the game, so I'm kind of unincentivized to do that. When I first played through the game, I was like of the opinion that I don't want the games to have a difficulty slider, but the more I think about it, like I just don't think it's possible in the Dark Souls games to do that kind of difficulty system where it's like certain weapons and things make the game easier and you can figure that out as you go, and that's like the difficulty system, because it does kind of suck not being able to use the things you want because they're just overpowered. Like I like dual katanas, that's fucking cool. You won't catch me dead using them in a game because they are dual bleed katanas has been like the use this boss in 10 seconds weapons since they've been in the game basically. So I'll never fucking use them, even though obviously that's cool as shit. Like having 2 katanas is cool as fuck. I'll never fucking use it though. But it does kind of suck, like having certain weapons or other mechanics just like barred off to you, like pyromancy in some of the games where pyromancy is just overpowered as shit. Like pyromancy's cool as fuck, but I also don't want to just one-shot everything. Or like the sorcery in Elden Ring, like some of the coolest like sorceries they've ever had in a game. But if you use them, like for example, the big like laser beam that you get from like the Big Hat Witch, Reyna or whatever the fuck her name is, you need like 70 int or 80 int to even cast it. And at that point, the scaling on it is so high that you just one-shot like a good portion of the bosses in the game. It's like, I want to use that. It's really cool. I wanted to do a sorcery run and use like those big cool like rain down meteors from the sky and shit like that. But
yeah, I watched a video of the
they're
new
just overpowered.
sorceries, the new like magic and shit added in with the DLC. And the difference in power level between them is so crazy. There's, that spell that you like summon like a big blue sword and slam it down, basically.
Yeah.
they added another version of that where you slam it down and then swing it horizontally, and it is the highest damaging and highest staggering ability in the entire game. You use it twice, and it kills any boss in the game. And you have hyper armor throughout the whole duration of it. It can't be interrupted. Like, okay. And then another spell where you like do like this incantation, like a chant, and then you slam down on the ground, and then it rains fire, like a rainstorm of just fire, and each fire deals like 4 damage. It's the lowest damaging spell in the entire game. Like, dude, like that looks so sick. Like, why can't I use that? Like, that's just not a viable option. You will never be able to use that spell. Like, it's so frustrating, dude.
It's the more I think about it, and the later on into Elden Ring that I got, the more, and now have had some time away from it to think about it, I definitely think the games could just use to have a difficulty system. Like, I try to avoid like concrete spoilers before I play the game. Like general stuff, like you have a horse and stuff like that, is kind of difficult to avoid. But like specifically how much damage something does, or what spells you have later, or the weapons available, etc., etc. I just don't look at anything like that. And so I did the sexy witch dolls quest and got all of her stuff. I had the big giant fucking hat, wizard hat, and like 90 ends, and finally got the like giant razor beam she had. I had no idea how much damage it did. It looked strong. And so I like go to the next area and fight the mini boss or whatever. And I just like stepped into the fucking arena, and the music starts, and I cast it one time, and it just immediately kills the entire, like the boss from 100 to 0. So I just like didn't get to experience that boss fight because I just one-shot it unintentionally, not knowing that it was the most powerful thing in the entire fucking game.
Yeah.
Which was very unfortunate. Because it's cool as shit. All of the stuff she gives you is really fucking cool, but it's just way too strong to actually use if you care about having some sort of difficulty in the game.
Yeah.
That was
the difficulty slider thing is like a just quick, easy patch job solution, but like you wouldn't even need that if just balance the fucking game. Like make an attempt. I just
It seemed like they were going to. They had like a couple patches when the game first came out, and then they just like stopped balancing overpowered shit. Like that. I think it's called the Horde Frost Stomp that everyone was just spamming when the game first came out. Like you could just kill every boss with just using that.
Yeah.
That got like super nerfed 2 times, like 2 patches in a row. And so I assumed that they were going to be doing stuff like that, but I don't know if they just gave up or didn't care, or I don't know what. It seemed like they were going to be doing like regular balance updates of weapons and shit as they went on, but they just didn't. Nothing meaningful, at least. There's still some shit that's unusable, and a bunch of shit that's too strong to use unless you just want to one-shot the boss with 0 difficulty.
Got some meatloaf.
Nice.
I'm about to go eat lunch. I should be back in like 45 minutes or something.
Let's go.
I'll be here.
I love meatloaf.
You gotta go CP.
I know.
Catch you later.
See ya.
Adios.
Whoa!
Oh. Nice.
Thank you, Logan. Really appreciate it.
It's so loud.
People really can't control themselves, can they? Can't control the urge.
The urge drives me.
Oh my fucking god, dude. This camera is so dog shit.
We'd have like an intervention in this Discord or something, man.
Poisson.
I didn't even know these guys could poison you. Oh no. The heart is black. The eye is what does the black eye mean again?
You have to hold this on.
I have no idea.
Black eye stone.
Yeah, does it just mean I'm more likely to get invaded?
Oh,
Used for
probably.
multiplayer situations. These can be used from the consumer. Yeah. That's exactly what you said. Every game has their own version. Every Souls game.
They're gonna get you.
What am I missing achievements in the finals? What else do I gotta do?
Damn.
I think I know where I need to go next. But I died trying to get down there. And I don't really know why, because it's not that far of a fall. Maybe it's not allowed, but I can't see how else I would get there. So. The level design is probably the worst part about this game. So far. I don't care.
Man, I want to be excited for the Dead Rising remake, but there's like little things here and there that I don't know. Rotolo not coming back is really messed up.
See the voice actor?
Yeah, he's Frank. The OG.
You use him in other games.
Yeah, he's in 2 and off the record.
Oh. I got slayed by
apparently-
rats.
Someone put a comment down that was like, yeah, Rotolo's a union voice actor. And Capcom does not like to hire union.
They used him for Resident Evil 2 like 5 years
The
ago.
remake?
Yeah. His voice is
He's in
Birkin.
that?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. They just like haven't asked him. Like he came out, he was like, yeah, no, they just haven't asked me.
It's really weird.
I'd love to voice him again, but they just haven't asked. I'd almost rather have them do the whole just like 1-to-1, like the Metal Gear Delta, Metal Gear Solid Delta.
I was
Just
hoping for
use
just
the
a straight
audio.
reboot, but I don't know. It doesn't look like they're adding any
Charging.
sort of like cooperative or anything, so.
Oh
steal it.
shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna pirate it. I'm
Uh-oh.
gonna steal it. Sail the 7 seas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not saying that it's like I'm bummed they're not adding cooperative, but there's no reason not to pirate it if I'm skeptical of the quality.
It's the moral thing to do, methinks.
Also, Capcom's being dickheads with their microtransactions lately.
Yeah, they've been real dickish.
People let it slide with Dragon's Dogma 2. Because they were like, guys, it doesn't matter. Like, you can get all this shit in game. It's like, yeah, but
I think they really didn't let it slide with Dragon. Are you kidding me? I think it was the opposite.
let me rephrase that.
They
The
let it slide
community
with
at
like
large didn't.
RE4 remake.
Community at large didn't let it slide. But, like, fans of Dragon's Dogma 2 let it slide.
God damn it.
I am not a fan of that game. Logan, like, was like the guy who was just like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, you can get the stuff in game. But
We played Dragon.
all
Dogma
this stuff is
1.
very, very expensive and requires a lot of grinding to get. And it's all for very stupid shit.
First one's like $8, so if you ever want to try that one out. It's
I
just
have
that
it.
with some of the issues ironed out, I guess.
I don't like either of them.
It's kind of a shame that we have to say that about past games now. Like, yeah, it's just the sequel, but with none of the issues.
I didn't care for Dark Arisen either.
Most people were letting RE4 remake slide though, with the microtransaction stuff, and DMC5.
Yeah,
People
like
kinda
they've
let
just
it
been.
slide, too.
That was my point I was getting to. Is like they've gradually made it worse and worse because people kept letting it slide. Like, well, it doesn't really affect the game necessarily. It's like, all right, now you're just taking shit out of the original game that came out in 2006.
No plunging attack in this game, so that little spot with the hay that you're supposed to drop down to has 3 guys in it, and they immediately wind up and fucking gank you as soon as you drop down. And when you drop from a significant height, your guy is like in a 5-second stun lock animation.
Just get good.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't know
not
what the
like
deal is with
hurting
it lately.
about the. I'm actually kind of not hurting about the DLC outfits because that's actually been a thing in Dead Rising for a long time.
No, it has been, but the like Mega Man outfit being taken out and added as that was something you got for
Okay,
like,
that's ridiculous.
doing some of the hardest shit in the game. Yeah, like
God
Dead
damn.
Rising 2006 had a shitload of DLC. But it was all just like a fuckload of cosmetic. What so far? I mean, and this is like not a huge deal, but Capcom as a whole
Grabbing the drink.
has just been like insanely overboard on microtransactions for shit that really doesn't matter for the game at large, but it's very, very annoying. Yeah, adding the fucking Mega Man outfit to the game as a DLC is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm about okay with that one. They normally just add that stuff for free.
And adding like just complete 2006 Frank West as a DLC is pre-order
That
bonuses.
should just be an unlockable.
pretty ridiculous. Yeah, it's like
It really should just be an unlock. Should it just like you beat the game? Here's 2006 Frank West.
yeah, all of these like Resident Evil and Dead Rising are like very replay heavy, like unlockable games, and like they do have all of that. Like in ones, there's a lot of stuff to unlock, but they're also just like adding. I don't really know like what their deal is. It's very stupid to just constantly add all this fucking DLC. And like previously, like back when like RE2 remake came out, it was just costumes and cosmetic stuff, and then it became like, oh, you can buy like shit to make the game easier. And it's like, why are you doing this? Because
You gotta make money on it somehow, right?
still the fucking game's a fucking $70 game.
You gotta make more money on it somehow.
Yeah, the juice is not worth the squeeze here. People are getting fed up.
Apparently it is. Apparently it is because they got away with it for like 4 games.
It's just gradually gotten more and more egregious. I'm sure, like, you know, they'll you know, buy this for $2. You can like skip 5 levels ahead or some shit.
RE5 remake, you have to pay to play co-op.
RE5 I mean, it's just gonna be the same. Like, it's like here's like free upgrade battle. Well, free. Here's just like an upgrade you don't have to
Sounded
spend in-game
ephemeral.
currency for. Fucking. Here's a shitload of first aid sprays. Dragon's Dogma 2. It was like the fast travel tickets, and then like the ability to to maybe it was the currency or whatever needed to like change your and shit. It was like really stupid. Doesn't really
Last
make a lot of
maze.
sense.
Man,
It's like,
Dead
why didn't you
Rising's-
just make it like?
Dead
fun
Rising's the
with
best
stuff
open
in
world
game?
series.
Oh shit.
I think I had that semantics argument with Logan once about if Dead Rising's an open world series or not. I think it is.
I think it's
Just because there's a time limit and stuff doesn't make it
sandbox.
not an open world game. Yeah, but there's also
Open
like
mall.
it is more of a sandbox. Yeah,
Open mall game.
yeah, it's open. I mean, you can go anywhere for the most part. It's pretty much an open world game. You can go anywhere from like second one.
Pretty much, yeah.
Why is no one watching my stream?
I'm
I
watching
am.
it.
Why is no one watching my stream?
It says you're
Yes.
AFK.
Oh shit. Thank you.
Hey,
Chatting up a storm. I thought you was AFK. You didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
I got back.
There's 3 people watching. I'm watching.
Yeah.
Who's the third?
Me, you, and you.
Yeah, just us 3. Literally us
This wall
3.
you built between us.
Lee.
I don't know, somebody might stumble across the VOD. You never know.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, with Dragon's Dogma 2 and like
How were you
the
alive?
Fast travel being a
I'm lucky.
having a microtransaction option, like you probably seen critique of that game. Like one of the worst things about it is like how boring like running around is constantly, because there's like 5 enemy types in the game and there's like an encounter like every goddamn like 20 feet it feels like. So it almost like you can't not draw that connection between like, okay, like did they purposefully make shit more tedious so like there was a chance you would be like, all right, fine, fuck it, like give me just like getting like 200 people to spend $5 to just skip the tedium.
Oh.
It'd be like in Scholar of the First Sin if it was just like, oh, for $5 you get like 7 fog wall tokens that just take you straight to the boss wall. They probably would have made a couple $100K off that.
Dead Rising fast travel. If they add fast travel to that remaster, that is.
There is fast travel in Dead Rising.
Is there?
There's shortcuts.
That's not fast travel though. That's different.
Yeah, you can.
I'm talking about just
In the
pausing,
bathrooms.
pulling up a menu, and then just
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to a location like doing. Some games it's
you
fine.
can do
Like
that in
Bethesda
free.
games are all right because it's usually like, okay, this is the closest point to where I need to go. I'll fast travel there and then walk the rest of the way.
Oh shit.
So you discover cool stuff.
I think you can do that in 3 because it's like 5 different like sectors of the city.
It's yeah, 3's map is just gigantic. So,
So it
I don't
just
know about
takes you to
4
a
either.
different sector. I've never played 4.
I don't remember if it's in 2. I don't think it is. It's the same
No, there's
deal.
shortcuts again.
Like I'm fine with that because you have to like actively go to. Like I'm fine with the fast travel in like Far Cry 2 or something, because you have to actively seek it out at any given point.
Lost Soul.
It's just like a location on the map. It isn't just like I press tab, open a menu, and then click on the button on the menu.
Here I go.
I'm really glad I'm playing this game so that way I can immediately disregard anyone who says it's best.
It's my favorite in context. It's also just the first one I played, so.
Disregarded. Sorry. I make the rules.
Disregarded. My stream, my rules.
It's not my favorite FromSoft game. I still say Sekiro is. Sekiro or probably Dark Souls 3. One of those
Yeah.
two.
3.
It's like iconic, it's legendary and all that, but this shit is not fun to play right now. Maybe it'll pick up later, but
Yeah, maybe it's like the exact opposite of every FromSoft game where the last third is
You don't
really,
front-load it.
really good.
Yeah.
They actually had like a lot of time to develop this game pretty much. It was just like, yeah, just get it done. We'll check in every now and again.
Yeah, definitely. It kind of has that, like, it kind of feels like it has the quality of, like, no one told them no.
Yeah, like I said, it's just like they were just wicked experimental. Like some stuff is really cool,
Yeah.
but it's also the most experimental game because there were no rules at this point. There were no standards.
Off. Off.
Oh,
Off.
wrong guy.
God damn it.
When I say I like it because it's experimental, that's not necessarily to the benefit of the actual game.
Yeah. Yes, you got
Maybe if
stuck.
Maybe if they, you know, worked on that a lot, it'd be a lot better.
Bye bye. Alright.
I just want more experimentation, man. I want to see new cool shit. I'm tired, and I'm also tired of companies just like, I'm just gonna fuse a bunch of genres together, or like indie devs, like I'm just gonna fuse 2 genres together. Maybe it'll work out.
Castlevania and Metroid.
I can't do that. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Metroidvania has been a thing since, what was it?
Symphony of the Night.
So like, when was that? Like 97? When was Symphony of the Night? I don't remember. It was on the PS1.
Yeah, it's old as hell.
Yeah,
It's as old as I am.
so
Croissant.
I'm more so talking about like it's a tavern. You're like, you manage a tavern, but it's also a deck builder, but it's also a roguelike. It's like, okay, you're just like putting shit together. That's not.
Am I supposed to know what this image is referencing that Logan just posted?
Okay, that's the GTA 5.
Yeah, it's one of the
poster.
GTA 5 loadings.
I
No, I know that.
I'm saving this.
Is that
I'm
just a
saving
persona?
this.
Is that just
That's
someone's
just
persona?
you, I imagine, actually.
Me?
One of y'all. It's
I
really
gotta save
funny.
this. Wait, what was I talking about?
Fusing 2 genres together.
Yeah, just like I don't know, it's just kind of weird. It's like I want to make it just. If you're like I want to make a deck builder, that's cool. Just do that. Don't be like I need to fuse it with another genre.
Oh.
Like I want to make a rhythm game. Cool, just keep it simple. There's a lot of flexibility in
It's
that.
really, really funny.
Keep it simple though. There's a lot of flexibility keeping your
Zeke.
genre simple.
Zeke.
That is why I was sent 4 cars. I'm sorry, Zeke.
I'm so sorry, Zeke.
I'm so sorry. Alright. This boss. Not looking forward to it, but I have fire. I have the power of fire now. At the ready.
Power
so
of God.
I'm hoping this will make it easier.
Yeah, anyway, the original. What I'm getting at. Don't shackle yourself down to too many genres, because then you have to be hyper specific with everything.
fucking pieced me up. Holy shit.
Holy shit. Shovel the grass down your mouth.
God damn it.
Shoveling grass down your mouth like a fucking dog.
Oh my god, dude. I don't know what that is. It doesn't say anything. It's just like a status effect. Or it's not a status effect. It's just something that happens.
What? I missed it.
He sent a ball of leeches at me, and then I was just covered in leeches. And it's not like
You got a torch or something?
no.
Wow.
Or
Fireball.
maybe I do. I don't have fire bombs.
Just rip ass. What was that?
I didn't come through on the stream.
What you ripping ass?
Dude.
I heard it. Literally, I heard it. So
Yeah,
that
I
makes
didn't
it feel
hear it
any
on the
better.
stream. Nah, thanks.
That
You just intuited it.
fucking
I got sensitive ears. What can I say? I can hear a fly fart outside.
that half a foot difference between the
My-
hay bale. I guess the hay
I could
bale
hear-
prevents all damage.
My ears are tuned to farts. I can hear a fart
No, I didn't
from
land in the hay bale plenty of times before. What the
half
fuck?
a world away.
Maybe I'm moving too fast and the game doesn't recognize that I've been on ground yet, so it just calculated how long I had been falling in general. Look. These guys look like Wembley, I'm realizing. They got the long schnauts.
I'm like, Wembley got on me. I swear to God.
Wembley from Smiling Friend.
I wonder if I should play Dead Rising 2. Is the co-op still broken on Dead Rising 2 on PC?
I think
No.
I think we tried to play it not too long ago and it wasn't working.
Was it not working? I
No.
thought it was working.
I played.
Oh wait, yeah,
with,
we just didn't play it for very long.
I played off the record with Logan for like a teeny bit, so that works.
I think it was off the record I was playing.
Yeah, I don't know if Dead Rising 2 like base.
I'll try it with you whenever you get around it. Oh yeah, there's a co-op fix in the guides.
I didn't finish one though. You said I'm like near the end, so everything's coming to it ahead. Still gotta fight the military guys, right? In overtime.
Yes. Overtime mode's very fast though. Just kind of annoying. That would take probably more than like an hour to beat, honestly.
Can I just run through it with the mini chainsaw?
Yeah, I mean, usually you want to avoid the military as much as you can because they like stun lock you. But of course, mini chainsaw one hits all. You just run around and get a bunch of shit in various places in the mall for Isabella, and then she's like, "All right, let's bounce," and you go through like a secret tunnel, and then
All right, I will just prepare like 9 quick steps and just kind of full sprint through everything.
yeah, that's probably a good call.
That's usually the strat with most things in that game. I'm finding, just like quick step with the chainsaw. You kind of just run through everything.
Right.
Like I fought the 3 snipers, the father and his 2 sons. Like I died. I didn't die to them, but it took me a really long time, so I like mistimed the Isabella fight. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna prep for like a couple seconds here, and I just like rinsed through them in like a second. I'm like, all right, this is
I
easy.
died. Motherfucker.
That game teaches you the benefit of prep time.
You have to go through so much to get back to the fucking boss fight. And then you get covered in leeches. Boss is aptly named. I think it's just called Leech Mongrel. Or Leechmire.
Leech Master. I am the Leech Master, master of leeches. Alright.
Oh.
And he throws them at you.
Oh,
Fucking
fuck.
football tosses them at you.
And I ran so far away. Safe now. Shoveling fucking grass into my mouth. Really does suck.
Yeah, I think they kind of figured out the. I don't know, I've never played Bloodborne. How is it in Bloodborne, like the healing items?
It's the
They
same
feel like
as
all
this.
right.
Item.
Yeah, no, it's
But
like an
they're-
item, but
they're
is it like
super easy to grind? Yeah,
And also
better
there's,
balance?
there's also the
it's just like one tier of it. I'm pretty sure.
there's the system of I forget what it's called, but whenever you get hit, there's like a
Oh yeah, you can return
Period.
the damage.
yeah, there's a period where you can get some
Return those
HP back.
HP. Yeah, I tried playing Bloodborne through PS Now, but as Morgan said before, it's like playing a YouTube video.
Yeah, it's not very fun. It's just like no good way to play Bloodborne except having a modded PS5,
What the
which
fuck?
is hilarious.
Yeah, until either a proper port comes out, or an emulator comes out, I don't think we're ever gonna be able to play Bloodborne in proper fashion.
Yeah,
Proper 60 FPS as God intended.
it's so funny that it was
At least
literally
60.
just Lance McDonald basically just like flipped a bit or two, and then it was like, yeah, it totally works fine.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Aliens Colonial Marines, just like, yeah, one line of code
It was
fixes
a-
all the alien AI.
It wasn't even just a line, it was a typo.
So funny.
I mean, it doesn't make the game good.
Doesn't
Fixes
make
one
it
of the
broken.
issues. This is one of the big issues.
Damn,
Our big dude.
smack that dude.
Into the abyss.
See ya.
Son of a bitch, man. You know, I used to think like one of the big things about Dark Souls 2 is that it wasn't directed by Miyazaki. So I was like, oh, so it was made by people who kind of didn't understand what he was going for with Dark Souls 1 because of all the like bullshit that can kill you. And I was like, oh, okay, so that's why Miyazaki is actually a genius. It's just these guys just fucked it up and were like, it's all about just being as hard as possible. But it turns out kind of in line with what Miyazaki has been trying to do since day one.
I mean, yeah, that was literally like how he pitched this game, I'm pretty sure. He's like, I wanted to be like a return to 80s arcade, like, quarter eating games, quarter munchers.
Theft.
Yeah, highway robbery. It's like you die a lot, you repeat. I think that was like the philosophy going into it, though. Like, yeah, you're gonna die a lot, which I mean is fine, but back then, dying in a game was like, oh yeah, you probably misplayed somewhere. Like your movement wasn't clean enough. So people kind of like misinterpret that, I guess. It's just like, oh yeah, you need to die a ton. That's what Helldivers 2 does, where it's like, oh, yeah, you need to die a ton. It's supposed to be a meat grinder. It's supposed to be like this. It's not really that fun because of it.
Oh.
It's cool that we made fire deal 80 times the damage. You're supposed to die a ton. It's supposed to be hard.
I don't even got a problem with dying a ton.
It just has
I
to
don't
be
think anyone does.
done in a good way, is my issue. Where it's just like, if the player walks from like a boss fight or something, or like an encounter, and goes and dies, and goes like, man, that was horse shit. That shouldn't happen. It should be like, man, I messed up there.
Leechmonger.
Death should be the player's problem, not you shouldn't be like, oh shit, fucking fast.
Oh. Getting leeched.
Don't you have like half moon or full moon grass?
No. Oh, I do.
I'm gonna be picking some up.
He healed? Fuck.
It was a good run.
That ate up so much of my health. My fucking healing, dude. Seems like there's no way to not take damage that fight. Widow's Lotus. Plague. Oh, I can't. Can't play Stronger Fire to something that's already on fire. Can't do it. I don't have anything. There's no anti-leech medication. I'll have to go through that whole tedium again. It'd be pretty funny if I come out the other end of this just hating all of these games.
That would be hilarious. That would actually be really funny. Just like you come away from it like, these games fucking suck.
Yeah, anyone who likes these games is fucking lying to themselves.
Somebody said the new Frank looks like a Leisure Suit Larry. New Frank West.
Sir Caroline.
It's pretty
Funny.
ash. Pretty ash, not gonna lie.
You should shoot Larry.
People really don't like how Frank West looks in the. He just kind of looks even schlubbier than before. That was kind of the point, right? He's supposed to be like a schlubby photographer.
But he covered wars.
Secretly
He's still
yoked.
He's still just like a schlubby photographer.
God damn it.
He was like,
But he power lifts in his spare time.
Yeah. That's what I was saying earlier with like the Dragon's Dogma 2 like fast travel microtransaction things. It's like it's not like a huge deal you can get this in game, but like they made just not fast traveling get very annoying. So you can't help but draw that connection. And then it's like in this, like the pre-order pack concludes just the original appearance of Frank. It's like, did y'all make him look weird on purpose? Why did you do that?
I wonder if like enough outcry gets raised, will they be like, okay, let's just kind of.
Probably. It works with a lot of stuff lately. I think Sonic the Hedgehog set that precedent, which I'm still 100% of the opinion that they were never going to go with that original Sonic the Hedgehog movie design. They just did that to get people talking about it.
It made him look more like he does in Off the Record in Case West than he does in OG. That cover art for Off the Record, he looks like fucking shit. Dude, he looks so bad.
I don't remember what the cover art looks like.
Dude.
Oh yeah, he looks like way old in that.
He looks like
actually like
shit.
yeah. He looks like normal, just older in the game. But yeah, on the cover art, he looks crazy. He looks like the lead singer for Protomart.
Yeah, in game he just kind of looks like the OG, but you can tell his hairline's like a little pushed back. But it ain't quite behind his ears like it is in the fucking cover art.
Fight your barber. He push your shit back.
I actually kind of fuck with the way he looks in the in the cover for Off the Record.
God damn it.
Because yeah, he looks old as shit. Would have been funny.
It kind of reinforces it. Like, yeah, he is past his prime.
Yeah,
Way
he was
past
like,
it.
he just got the scoop and then was just fucking never paid for a drink again for the next 6 years until he came back. Because he is like very, very schlubby in that. In 2, when you do like the underwear costume, and 1, like he's pretty burly.
Yeah, he's just big.
He's a burly dude, but he's like actually like overweight in 2. It's pretty funny.
Ooh.
Which it's like, yeah, he's a out of shape feller.
Oh,
And
kind of.
then 4, he's just not the same person at all.
He's an asshole like he always was.
Completely different individual.
I mean, yeah, I guess at a base level, like replaying it, I kind of realized, yeah, he kind of is an asshole, but it's not like. It's not like Joss Whedon asshole.
Yeah,
you know?
that's exactly
like,
it,
quippy
yeah.
Asshole.
He's like, it makes
He's
sense.
pushy
He's just
and assertive.
He's a fucking like sleazeball fucking journalist.
He's sleazeball. He's pushy. He's assertive. He'll fucking not blackmail. I don't know what that would be like. Like the beginning of the game when he shows fucking what's his face, the camera. He's like, you looking for this guy? Like not until he, like he'll do stuff like that. Like he is an asshole, but not in just like a quippy way.
Yeah, they'd completely turn him into just a quip factory, like annoying dickhead in 4 for no reason.
Like he'll yell, he'll put his foot down sometimes. He'll be pushy, but
He's
never,
still like he's still
it's
like,
always in.
is
It's
disgusted
always
by
in.
like Kent and shit. Like he's
Yeah,
not
it's
a
always
bad
like
person.
in pursuit of
Yeah,
the scoop.
he's selfish, but he's not like
He's a
bad guy.
photographer.
Yeah.
Anytime
But,
he's an asshole, it's always in pursuit of like, okay, I gotta figure this out. Like, what's happening here? It's never just like, hey Frank, how are you? And he just like grabs the person by their head and farts in their
Oh, fucking great.
face.
Yeah.
Like that's just being an asshole.
Adding,
That's just
adding
not.
swear words where it's not needed.
Yeah, Capcom
Different kinda
really,
asshole.
really did not understand. Which is crazy because they made 2, and 2's great. I don't know where the fuck they just lost their goddamn mind.
Apparently, I watched a
What do you
video
think
about this
about
recently.
3?
I like
Apparently,
3. Sorry.
3's whatever. Apparently, a lot of the people that worked on 2 and 3, like in the studio heads, got fired because they the Blue Castle Capcom Vancouver was working on a different game that wasn't like Dead Rising related, just like on the back burner after 3 came out. And yeah, they showed Capcom it, and they were like, "What the fuck is this? What the fuck did you guys do? Get back to work on Dead Rising." And then they fired a bunch of studio heads, and then a bunch of people left. Like 40% of the company left.
Did you see the like? I think it recently leaked. It was it's like gameplay from Dead Rising 5, or like the concept footage.
Yeah, no, they were also working on that when 4 was being
Yeah.
made.
It was like at Santa Cabeza, and it was Chuck and fuck his daughter's name. Can't remember. Is it
Can't
Lily?
believe I've been
Katie,
playing.
yeah.
I've been playing this for 2 hours, and I have not had any progress whatsoever. And most of it is the game's fault.
I kind of had this thought playing earlier, like just a realization. Every game now, all the gameplay and stuff, it's like someone watched a YouTube video of the game in the series and was like, "Oh yeah, no, we can do that."
Yeah,
And just,
that
like, at
does
a
not have,
base
an
level,
actual
like-
grasp of what makes the game
Yeah.
good.
Like most of these at like a base level, like yeah, it's one of these games, I guess. Like Halo Infinite at a base level is like, yeah, this is like a Halo game, but it very much plays like someone saw a YouTube video. It was like, yeah,
Halo Infinite guns are scary. The oh yeah,
That's-
back to Dead Rising 3 because you asked me. I like Dead Rising 3. It's fun, but you can definitely tell that's where like the identity slipped.
I mean, it started happening in 2, but 3 kind of like solidified it. No, it definitely started happening in 2. That's when they started like doing wacky
We had this
shit.
combo already. It's not the wacky shit that bothers
damn it.
me. It's just how like it's not like the tone that bothers me. It's just how insane like 3 is. Mostly with the combo vehicles. Like it's a cool idea and they're present in 2, but it's just like goes straight. I don't know.
It's not
in
fun
4 they just
wackiness.
even cranked it up even more. 2, like there's wackiness in 1 and 2, and it's like pretty reasonable. My biggest problem with the combo weapons in 2 isn't like that some of them are silly. It's just that they're far better than any of the weapons you'll find, which is kind of weird because that was like what was cool about the game. But it's still, I don't know, like the combo weapons are a good evolution, but also kind of like self-defeating at the same time. It's weird.
I think they can be a good evolution, but I think a lot of them weren't. Like spiked bat, all right, makes sense, cool, fine. Even like the knife gloves, I can understand to a certain degree.
The knife gloves are the worst part because it's like by far the strongest weapon in the
Yeah, I
game.
mean they're good. From like an aesthetic perspective, I think it's fine. Is what I'm getting at. From like a
So we just
zombie
disagree on
apocalypse
different
game.
things. Like the aesthetics things, like I don't really care about, but at least in 2. But it's like the just how good those weapons are. It defeats like the fun of just like picking shit up and throwing it at zombies or whatever.
The game's really feeling bad for me now.
It's just throwing healing items at you.
It's been doing that, but now it's throwing like fully healed plus remove all debuffs.
You get the white light right now, so you're chilling. The game won't completely screw you.
The eye in the top right is completely dark.
I don't know. I think my biggest. I guess we disagree on why we don't like. We do disagree on that.
Yeah,
I just
so
don't like the tone.
We're just
of
at a
the newer
disagreement
stuff.
here.
I just really don't dig it. And like 2, it's like seeping through, and then 3, it's kind of at the top. And then
Yeah,
4,
that's
just,
what I'd say. In
just
3.
it.
That's I will agree with you on where it's in 3. It's like the tone, like the wackiness is definitely like at the very top of everything.
And it's like that's not why Dead Rising was fun to me.
Two,
was fun.
2 still like it does the same like presentation as 1, where it's like the gameplay, like moment-to-moment gameplay, like silly stuff can happen and you can do silly things, but like the story is told like completely straight. In 3, they start getting like marvelly, you know, like in the cutscenes and shit. Everybody gets
Yeah,
kind of
no, it's
silly.
just like quippy dialogue. No, I remember
Yeah.
2 being like serious, but
2 like plays every like story beat completely straight and very
maybe it's
serious.
because I might be misremembering. I think it's like the advertising for it tried to advertise it as like this really wacky zombie game. I think
in
that's
2
why
or 3.
for 2.
Maybe.
I
don't
remember the
I
advertising
remember
for
just
2
the
was
reveal
really
trailer.
like pushing like the combo weapons. Like you get to have wacky combinations. That's what I remember them trying to push it as. And in the game, it's not really like that. It's still like a very serious, like, all right, who started the outbreak story. It's still like kind of just like one in a lot of ways. But I just like remember them trying to make it seem wackier.
I'm losing it,
And
dog.
It was it was to its detriment. Still love to. Still enjoy it very much. Like I think that's where it started. You can feel it like kind of starting to slip.
You need to go back to that other and farm some more fucking grass. I don't like that. I don't like
Having
Having-
to farm for healing items.
Yeah, I mean, depends on the game, but shit. Alright. Depends on the game, but like
Fucking laying flat on the
just
ground.
fucking
Hang on,
pancakes.
and his tab back over. It's like fucking
Family Guy
Yamcha
pose on the
posed.
ground.
Yeah.
Yamcha in the crater.
It might be time to pull out like a Prima or a Brady Games guide, bro. I don't know. I think you need a strategy guide here. Easiest run back to the Leech Man. You did pretty good on the last time you got there.
Yeah.
I mean, I looked it up earlier because I was curious what the strat would be, and you kind of had it earlier when you ran into that alcove with the fog wall at the back.
Just to take a couple hits, show.
Yeah, just like beat the shit out of him, run back there, heal up, run back out, beat the shit out of him. Same
Yeah.
thing, just repeat that.
Not a fan of that.
Off the record definitely leans a lot more into silly shit than
Yeah,
2
it
does.
does.
But at least with off the record, it's like you kind of have an excuse to because it's just a completely fake alternate scenario.
Yeah, it's just a what if story.
So it's like, all right, fine.
It's like, what if? I mean, it's pretty cool that they were able just to put Frank West, like his
Yeah.
entire
Yes.
play style.
And flip the like story beats where it's like, oh, Stacy's the traitor, not Sully. That actually, like when I played off the record for the first time, I was actually like, oh shit, like actually did not see that coming. That's pretty clever. I really did think it was just like, all right, new area and like Frank's back, and then the new like sandbox mode stuff. I actually like changed the story just to be a completely different what if scenario. It's a shame that Case West never got brought to PC.
Or Case Zero.
Yeah, or Case Zero.
I had Case Zero. I remember buying it.
Yeah, I loved Dead Rising so much as a kid, and as soon as
This is the only way to
they
It was
unlock
$5.
announced Dead Rising 2,
was
yeah, they announced Dead
$5.
Rising
Like, it
2,
was
and then like
insane.
also like you can play like a prequel basically. Like this is what's happening just before they get to Fortune City.
I think I have like the best fucking path to Leech Mongol. This is the Leech Man.
I do remember people being really pissed about Case Zero because it was like, this is a paid demo. It's like, I mean, it's like a $5 arcade. Like, I got my time out of it for an Xbox arcade game.
Plus, there was a demo for it, so I mean, if you really just didn't, I remember there being like a trial for Case Zero. It was like a demo for it.
You could get like up to like level 15 and port your save over. Maybe it wasn't 15. That sounds may have been like or something, but I like Case. I like Case West too. It was cool.
Yeah, I like 2. I like all of 2. All the stuff they put out. Good game.
I recently played 3 again, and it is fun, and there is some stuff I do like. But was
3 was very much
definitely-
just like,
it's like
we are in the middle of the collapse during 3. Like this is where
Yeah.
it all fell apart.
started losing the plot. 4 never
And-
played. Have
Yeah,
0.
never played either. It
No
just
interest in
doesn't. It does not look the same at all. Like 3 was pushing it very far.
Weapon broke.
Somebody actually put it really well. 3 feels like a Saints Row sequel to a Dead Rising
Yeah.
game. It's a pretty good way of putting it. Yeah, you kind of. It's like Saints Row 3 is fun, but it's like this is no longer Saints
It's
Row.
not the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like you can tell where this is going.
I've only ever played Saints Row 3.
2 is very good, but unfortunately, the PC port will never be fixed.
R.I.P.
was-
that dude.
RIP Idle Ninja, and now that Volition doesn't exist anymore, Embracer's damn sure not gonna honor their promise. Honor their oath. Be very cool if they did, because it was like very, very great game that's trapped in a very, very terrible port.
Alright. Can't get my full health bar, but maybe. Got Dark Moon Grass. Whoops. Status ailments. Yeah, I don't know
Check
if
out
the,
that other game they made, the one before it.
I don't know if the leeches count as a status ailment.
Let's see.
What the hell is that game called again? That Rome game?
Rome game. Oh, Shadow of Rome, I think is what it's called. The KG game before Dead Rising.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game's cool as hell. It's whenever you're playing as fucking is it Spartacus? I can't remember who you're playing as. The parts where you play as Agrippa suck. It's like there's like a weird stealth element to his levels that's boring, where he's just like sneaking around, eavesdropping on like senators talking about the plot and everything. But like, I mean it's cool from a story's point, but like the gameplay is very, very boring and tedious. But when you're actually like fighting the Colosseum, it's very fun. You're just like beating the fuck out of people with shit and like doing wrestling moves and ripping people's arms
shielded.
off and beating them with it like in Dead Rising. Great game. Can't believe I never heard of it.
Octavian and Agrippa. Agrippa's
Yeah.
fighting guy. Octavian.
Oh, Agrippa's the fighting guy. Yeah, Octavian is boring as fuck. I think it's like
Okay,
right
sure
after
why.
or during the fucking plot to kill Caesar. I can't remember. It's either during it or right. I think it's some wild.
How did that hit me? What the fuck? He attacked the other. I was on the opposite side of him when he did that attack. I need to fucking. Prepare my weapon. I need to see what people's. I need to see what the consensus is on this.
I mean, I'm on the wiki and it's like, you grab. What is this?
It's
Did you get 'em?
Use the opportunity to cast protection, and if you have a regenerator's ring, equip that. Regenerator ring.
Yeah, the leeches just slow you down and do damage over time, it looks like.
And trip with you.
No, Capcom. Make better games.
I like their new game. I didn't like Dragon's Dogma, but I like
do
their
better.
new game still. But they're definitely just getting more and more aggressive with like microtransactions and shit, and it's getting really annoying.
We should make a Dead Rising game.
Do come.
Somebody, please.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're getting
oh.
a Condemned like. Maybe we could get a Dead Rising like.
Maybe. I mean, yes.
Cast
I got.
protection. I don't
I need,
have that. I'm not smart enough.
Hello again. Keep.
I need.
I really
Szymanski
wonder
to
how
go through
hard it would be to make a game that looks like Dead Rising on like an indie budget. I'd imagine it wouldn't be that hard.
You have a
Probably not now. No.
And trip with you.
Like all the textures, that's just real shit. It's just all like photo scans
But among
Yeah.
them,
for the most part.
Do you? I. Oh, will. Oh, will you continue to pray?
ODB.
ODB. I need Szymanski to hurry the fuck up with Butcher's Creek, man. I want it. I want it so bad.
He's going, bro. He's going. Let him cook.
Hurry up. Hurry up.
Overtaken
He
by
can cook,
poison.
all right. He's a
and
chef,
plague.
all right. Let him cook. It's gonna come out, and we're gonna question why we let him cook.
You gonna let me down?
Nah, who let him cook? Nah.
If this game does not pick up, this game may be going to the bottom of my list. And I'm sorry to all the OGs. But
saying that and getting just poked off
just
the map.
getting pushed off.
Poke.
Like, I understand different. I mean, you guys played fucking Dark Souls 3 with me. Go watch me play Dark Souls 2. I can hold my own. At the very least. This is a different fucking kind of beast. Bars.
He's a poet and he didn't even know it.
Exactly, dude. I need to make this video for the greater good of the gaming community. To silence all of
counting
the
on
FromSoft dick writers.
Oh yeah, Fallen Aces was really good too.
Is that a condemned like?
Yeah, that was definitely inspired by Condemned. The Trey Powell, the dev, talked about that a lot. I very much enjoyed my time with it. Cannot wait for the next update. They're adding workshop support before they get the next episode out, but they're like, yeah, we got a lot planned. Hopefully it doesn't take as long as dev took for the first episode, but
We'll
I
get
got
this.
a little editor and shit coming. Great game. Snack things.
This game is just so fucking annoying, dude. Holy shit. It says all... This singular area feels like it is the... It is like a petri dish of all of the annoying things from every Souls game.
Poison.
Fucking poison. Tiny ass ledges for you to
Excuse me.
maneuver across. Tanky enemies. Just bad level design. bad level design and very generous enemy placement.
I think it looks like everybody's in agreement that Valley of Defilement is easily the worst part of the game.
All right, cool. That does brighten my spirits at least a tiny bit. Just a wee bit though. This is the beginning of the game. Now I can't really make that tier list, a pre-playthrough tier list in good faith because I fucking hate this game right now. It's definitely F tier. That's how I'm supposed to get down. Boy, I've been dying needless deaths. Ow, God. Dude. Poisoned. I don't know what else I can do. The other area I can't progress any further. Like the only thing I can do, the other first area I should say. Call them first layer because they're the lowest on the little stage they're on. The other beginning area I can't progress any further. I did the Tower Knight. It's a big gate and it's like you can't progress here without this thing. Like alright, so I did everything there. The only other thing I could possibly do there is try and fight dragons, but I don't think I'm supposed to. At least I don't think I should. The second tier area. Cool. Is as what I've heard people describe as the hardest boss fight in the game. At least it's like the I don't know, the noob filter. And I feel very underleveled because all of my weapons do 50 damage, which is like a 1/100th of its HP. And also it has like numerous AoE attacks. So I can't really fight that guy yet.
Maybe you just need a bigger sword.
Well, I have the biggest sword I could find. There is a big axe, or no, I have a great axe. I don't think, I don't know, I have a bastard sword, and it's upgraded twice.
Hold up, I just got bubble gun out. I'll be right back.
Oh, I gotta take a shit. You actually just did that.
Yeah. Middle of my rant.
I gotta take a shit.
I gotta take a shit. It's very not fun. That's not to say the other area was any fun either. That area kind of sucked. at least the second half of it. After the armored spider boss fight, like, kind of went downhill. They give you glowing stones for you to. There's a section where you have to make a bunch of drops to like get down to the boss fight area. And it's pitch black. You can't see anything. And they're like, we'll give the player glowing stones so that he can use that to find out where he's supposed to drop. And that sucks. That's really stupid. They do the same thing in Dark Souls 1 in the Crystal Caverns. But that's like a bonus thing you can do with the glowing stones. The primary, like, there's snow constantly falling down or whatever, little particles falling down that reveal hidden bridges, like invisible bridges, which invisible bridges are kind of stupid. But, you know, the game's all about kind of taking your time, taking a moment to make a judgment before you proceed. And that's always going on. It's always raining little particles for you to see. It's like, oh, there's an invisible bridge right here. It's not an item that you have to toss. That part is very annoying. Also, it's like you have to drop a ton, which will take away your very much needed HP. You're gonna need it against this boss fight with several AoE attacks. Again, maybe that guy is easier once I'm properly leveled, but so far, not looking good for this game. Definitely showing its age. Which, you know, an old game. 15-year-old game. First game like this conceptually. You know, can't dock too many points, but comparing it to the more refined, it's refined children. It's rough. It's rough. Even just trying to get back to the fucking leech mongrel, which, by the way, I have to take my time and like fight those two big guys on the bridge, because it's a small rope bridge that is the way to the boss. Small rope bridge, so you can't like run past anyone, and there's 3 enemies normally. I'm dead.
Apparently there is like a recommended order to do the levels in.
Please tell me.
So you did. I'm gonna read the bosses off. I don't remember. I don't know which ones you fought. Phalanx. You fought Phalanx.
Yep.
Blob guy. Tower Knight.
Yep.
Armor Spider.
Yep.
Fool's Idol.
Fool's Idol?
He's
No.
on 3-1. So the third Archstone. So
Oh,
the
whoops.
one next to the Arbor Spider.
3-1. Okay. We'll go there.
Yeah, that's
So this
5-1. I think is listed.
This one?
Okay, this should be it.
Power of the Queen?
Arch. Let me double check. Yes.
Tower of the Queen, gotcha.
The Shadow Men. You have to take 50 Benadryl before you can touch that Archstone.
Tuh. Yeah, if there's a way to make it more bearable.
Oh yeah, this is the prison.
It appears to be locked. What's up, dudes? Oh! These guys look sick.
Like fucking Cthulhu monsters.
Please, help me.
Hmm? Prison of Hope West 3F. Third floor.
Dude was taking a mean shit.
Help me.
Is that too slow?
I thought I was gonna die.
Hey, speaking of taking a mean shit, welcome back.
Did you beat it?
No.
No.
Devon said that there is a recommended way to go down.
It do go down.
There's a recommended way to go about things. I'm all for. I'm here to have fun, damn it.
We didn't use the word fun.
I'm here to have a good time. This game is doing everything in its power to make sure I don't. What's up, dog? Oh, shit.
I am pretty excited to watch you play Dark Souls 2.
Dark Souls 2.
Oh! No! I got slurped.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
That was scary as hell.
I'm
Awesome.
gonna go back. I'm gonna take a
Sunk.
poopy.
Sunked off.
I'm getting sucked. And that's probably like the extent of it.
Yeah.
Maybe donate to charity every now and again.
Back.
Welcome back.
Alright. Try to progress further.
Get this ish done.
Farther.
Anyway, Mr. Beast is the Antichrist. And he's going to bring this world to
Mr.
ruin.
Beast.
Fuck.
Did you just me? No. Fuck.
These guys are fucking crazy. Oh, this was a mistake. Silver coronet. Guys ain't so bad. Okay. I don't even know what I just grabbed.
I don't know what I'm fucking doing. Fuck.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen that. In X-Defiant, one of the factions like wears helmets, so you can't one-shot headshot them with anything, but you can one-shot headshot them in the body, or just one-shot kill them in the body.
Weird.
Yeah, so I think that's the first time I've ever seen it possible to get a hit marker in the head with a sniper in one of these games. Like, that's so weird. Normally, it's just you hit them in the head or pretty much anywhere in the upper body, they're dead. It's kind of not true anymore. That's very weird for that game. Why would they do that?
Why you don't do this?
Are they stupid?
Possible.
Hit marker in the head, bro. I think I would actually... That is an uninstall. That is a swift uninstall.
I believe in you.
Hey, no, Caillou! I believe
It's going to be alright.
Guy's dead.
Help me.
Who can it be now? Who could it be now?
Can it be knocking at my door? Go away. Don't come around here no more.
Please. Help me.
Quicker. Simply quicker. There we go. Fog gate. Simply another area. Whacking these dudes for free dosh. Cover some of the HP or MP. Magic point. Ugh. Prison Hope. 4th floor key. 4th floor cell key. Yet. I have no idea where I am now. Third floor. Wait, I think I know. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go gambling. Oh yeah, yeah.
Secret dagger. Claws. Big.
Big, meaty.
What's up, dog? Fire. More fresh spice. I'm not a gay magic user, so I use big sword.
I do not require these things.
I'm gonna flick my fucking wrist. Firebolt! Firebolt!
Abracadabra!
I'm going to fucking stab you.
I don't give a shit about that. I'm a knight. I'm gonna fucking kill you and then take your shit. Fireball!
What the fuck was that?
What the fuck was that?
The fire's got a gun!
Actually, though,
What the
I
fuck
picked
was
something
that?
up and then it didn't pick something up, and the prompt immediately went away. I wasn't even able to see what it was.
So you saw it.
Boom.
You saw it. That's enough time. Hello?
Hello?
You're an ordinary human, aren't you?
Maybe.
Where do you call home? Dear me, I shouldn't pry. Oh, perhaps you'd like something from my collection. I've had better days. I was once the wife of royalty, and I have some nice things to show for it.
Buckler. A raper. Ring of Avarice.
Whoa.
50,000 souls!
Oh
Obtain
my
more
God.
souls when slaying enemies. Fuck that.
Before, but they went mad and ventured above
I have to
redemption.
spend souls to get more souls, though.
Spend money,
The
make money,
queen
bro.
banished
You
her
make
depraved
souls
old
at such a
husband from the land.
slow rate.
He
Here, go
returned
buy
with
yourself some more
strange
money.
golden
So you don't have that
pillaged
ring of
great
avarice, bro.
Latvia. Since then, they've telling us over and over that if we go above,
Go buy yourself some more money.
I know the church
I played
goddess may
Darksiders
die,
3 recently,
but never-
and then
we are
at the end of the
trapped.
game, like the last
redemption.
like rune you get that
I
you
will-
slot into like a weapon is more souls when you kill an enemy. It's like the very last one you get.
Would have been nice at the beginning.
I'm just like, why was this not earlier? This should have been the first one you get.
Ow.
Maybe at least the second one. Why the last?
That's a early game thing. Or mid game thing.
Mid.
Mid! Oh shit. Getting shanked.
And it's
dog.
not like a Souls game where it's like you could replay it and just use like a different build, a different weapon. It's like a character action game. The only different build you're going to be doing is what weapon do you choose to use more often. So it's just like extra weird. I was thinking like, okay, what about like New Game Plus? Well, it doesn't really matter.
Well. Huh? Open.
Alright game though. It was like a 7 out of 10.
Why would I open a bloody... Why would I open an Iron Maiden?
2 minutes to midnight.
That seems
that
like
Iron
a
Maiden.
trap. I don't want to get trapped. Run to the hills. And firelights. Oh, that's so fucking good. Iron Maiden with Bruce Dickinson.
So,
Bruce could dick my son with that voice.
you know what I'm saying? Y'all feel me on this one?
Feel me?
Some stuff in here.
Is this it?
2
Hey.
minutes to midnight.
Human, are you?
Yeah.
I am Freck.
Kill
I have been trapped here. for
Freck.
ages.
I'm freak.
Perhaps you could help. I am a sage.
Hey ladies, I'm Frack. Damn it! I'm Frack.
Perhaps you could. I am a sage. Oh, take.
I guess I dropped down. Oh. That's death.
The way the
Oh.
camera immediately went top
As
down.
soon as I stepped off, it panned down. I'm like, oh, okay.
Alright, I'm done.
Well.
I'm cooked.
At least it gave me the courtesy of immediately telling me. Realizing now all of these little things I opened with stabby guys in them are going to chase me around. These guys give me 3 souls apiece.
Ring of Avarice would probably be like 5. Just saying.
Somebody just called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure like a new age anime and manga.
Didn't that come out in like the 70s or something?
Yeah, part 1 came out before Super Mario Bros. 3 came out. just
Old as
just to
hell.
put it into perspective a little bit. It's been a while. Where did that guy just go? Did he just like
He's in the
zip it?
roof.
Yeah, okay, he's just
Up
chilling
there.
there. He's like a bat right now. He's just chilling on the roof.
Yeah.
I've had better days. I was once the wife.
Yeah, JoJo's has been around for a minute.
Well,
I guess the
I
anime
would-
adaptation's recent-ish.
Just assume
I
it's
mean,
new.
2011, not really that recent anymore, but
We grab my souls and then I'm what this Iron Maiden nonsense is all about. Why
I feel
can
like
you
saying
open
Hunter
them?
x Hunter is new school. Like it's been around since like the 90s.
Oh, I can go
guys.
down. Okay, I'm a retard.
I'm gonna read
It do
some.
go down, but it
do
it
go
go down other way, not this way.
It go down in the DM.
Berserk is new age. As cool as a Berserk anime adaptation would be, I don't want it. I don't want it. No, thank you. Do not
Trust in those
open.
indie guys.
Oh.
Do not open the
Or
gates.
one. The biggest problem with people who talk a lot is they don't have any frame of reference to properly understand what they're talking about. 'Cause, JoJo is new age. Like, it's older than you, dog.
Probably it might even be older than a lot of people in your life.
Yeah. JoJo's been around forever, dog. Dude. Enter the Schwalg.
I mean, initially it was trying to ape Fist of the North Star, but kind of just became its own thing.
Yeah. Big fan of these guys who constantly try to stab me. Holy shit!
Squid Man.
Squid guy.
Normal words, but a horse guy.
Fuck.
You just asked for specifically that.
Okay, I'm not crazy. Man. This is a very, very minor shit. This is a very minor critique, but every single other like staircase I went through, this middle area is like this. And then at that last one, they were like, now there's more stairs actually in between these things. So, like, very easily missed. Come on, 2009 FromSoft, you're better than this.
I thought you were fucking different.
Normal words, but a horse guy. Can we do something else? You just asked for specifically that.
No idea what these misty pots are, but I'm breaking
Sounds
them.
like gay magic.
I'm breaking them. Don't care. No, it's incense and it's very important to our cult. Shut up, dude.
don't care. I don't care.
God damn it!
You fool, it doesn't quite insta-kill you.
Not quite. This might.
This will insta-kill you, though.
Didn't.
Oh, like a pixel. A little bit of red.
That killed me. Alright. You know, normally... So that, the amount of souls I lost is like not even 1 soul level, and normally that wouldn't matter, but you gain souls at such a slow rate in this game that that is a big deal. I could be doing something wrong, but I don't think I am.
Where am I going wrong?
Where are my Slim Jims?
Where are my Slim Jims?
You guys are tough. Sometimes the fire stuns them, and then other times it doesn't. I don't know what the trick is. Ow! There we go. Those guys are 16.
Please, help me. Well, you are a sane one, aren't you? My name is Ridiel. Please, liberate me from this cell.
Your name is Riddle?
I have precious little time. I must retrieve an article from my corpse.
My name is T-Banks. Yeah,
As
therapist,
you
my
can
name's
see,
T-Banks.
my body is trapped in another cell. I've no interest in my corporeal. I will soon. A retainer to the king once held the key to this cell. That ebony swine with his
Whoa!
gluttonous, swaying belly. As you could,
That ebony swine dog, it's not, you can't say that.
I don't think you're allowed to say that anymore, man.
Can't say ebony anymore?
Well, you said that
Unless you're
ebony swine, like it's a...
Oh, yeah, that might be a question.
Unless you're talking about porn, you can't say that term anymore.
What the
I don't fucking know. I'm just making shit up.
Nah, I don't just move.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just bored. I'm just bored.
fucking go.
Please, help me.
What the fuck up? Looted. Oh damn, that sucks.
Please, help me.
Unknown soldier's soul.
Cons about living in Bikini Bottom. Citizens are assholes. Blow up instantly when you get hurt. You stub your toe and you just get fucking atomized. To be fair though, you do survive the nuke going off. So maybe it's not so bad.
Ball of dudes. Kind of gay.
Kind of.
Huh. They're above me. God damn it. Fuck, man. I gotta go all the way fucking back. All the way back. Shit is brutal. This is a million times more enjoyable than that fucking
The layer defilement or whatever.
yeah, that
Or
beta,
Valley
the
Defilement.
beta version of Light Town. God damn it. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
God damn, dude.
Oh god damn it!
Oh, not the goddamn.
Fucking their AoE has so much range on it. I got one health. I got one health grass left. appears to be locked. Guy looks like a pyromancer. I have to fight. No, I don't actually. I can ignore this guy. Wahoo! Yippee!
Yippee!
Hip hip! Hooray!
Alright, Mr. Krabs. Hip hip. Hooray! Hooray! Squidward, why don't you shut the fuck up?
A bloodstain. There we go. Best talk.
Best talk.
I can. Oh. How could I? Do I have to like drop down? Grab that? No, no, no. Stuck.
I'm getting socked.
Alright. We
Hello,
on here.
You have a heart.
You have a heart of gold.
Hello again. Keep. You have a. I can. Do come back.
One sec. make a little bit more progress, and probably end it.
I'm getting tired too. I was probably gonna head to bed. Dark Souls 2. Oh, normal person, and I have no reason to dislike you. I'm a normal person, and I have no reason to dislike you.
Yeah. It's all of my. Shut up.
Thank you. Now,
God damn it. Alright.
Oh.
Maybe I should stop here.
Yeah. Isn't it like 2 a.m.?
Just about.
You're not gonna. You're just gonna keep running. Running your head into a brick wall. You let the head heal and then run through it.
Spent 2 hours doing fucking nothing.
That's how it be sometimes.
I got 11 hours in this game, and I feel I'm still at like the very beginning. Made some very significant improvements going from that to Dark Souls 1. That was crazy. I gotta write my preamble through.
Demon Souls is dog shit.
It sucks. Well, Logan's idea of like making the tier list at the very beginning and then making one afterwards is really good. So I'll probably just write up a quick little preamble. Not a script, because I like riffing, but little things to like intro to the video, then
Shit.
then tier, show off the initial tier list, and then my idea was as I beat each game, record my quick summary, maybe put it like, then put it in its tier, or I don't know if I'll put it in its respective tier like during that bit, or if I put it all together at the end.
At the end.
Probably at the end is better.
Do a tier list video at the end.
Well, this is just gonna be one video.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Tier list section at the end.
Tier section. Or just rank them in what is the most fun. It'll be kind of neat too, because if I record myself, depending on how long it takes, my hair is gonna get longer, like possibly noticeably. So, and I don't have a lot of time that I would, or I have other things that I'd want to do, so it's definitely going to take a back seat for certain things, and also my job. So it'll be interesting. Maybe it's going to take me all year, or the remainder of the year. Who knows? But yeah.